Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany and today I have a little bit of an unboxing and a review for you today. So this happened because I was on Instagram like I usually am, but I also came upon a repost from people trying to win a giveaway, and I looked up the repost information, and I think it's a new company called Elia Note. I will put all the information and a link down below if you're interested. So I have not opened this yet. As you can tell, it was shipped by Max. I ordered this on November 23rd and it arrived yesterday, November 29th. Yes. And that is fast shipping because it is from overseas. Now I will say that the shipping was very costly, and I decided to go ahead and push the button because the products inside were very inexpensive. So I was willing to pay for the shipping, even though the shipping almost cost as much as the products. But overall, everything here was pretty inexpensive. Okay, so here is my note, and if you could tell on the top, let's see, Elia Note is the name of the company, and I believe it came from Malaysia. So I got a leather cover in a blue, and I got a note journal, which is, I believe, supposed to be Tomoe River. And you can see that the prices are in MYR, which comes out to 324 MYR, which is, I think, under $80, so US. So overall, it wasn't bad, and the shipping was $20. So that's why I pushed the button and went ahead and got everything. I do have a note from her. She said, "Thank you so much for supporting Elia Note. I hope that you'd come to love the notebook as much as I do. If you have any feedback, please share it with us via olivia.elianote@gmail.com. Have a nice day." So that's sweet. As you can tell, it comes neatly packaged and very secure. Okay guys, this is very well packaged. This is like Goulet pen packaging quality. So I'm assuming this is the notebook, and this is the cover. Okay, definitely a lot of packaging, but that's nice that she takes care of your products while they are in shipment. Okay, so first things first, here is the cover, and this is a veg tan leather, and she has multiple options for different types of leather. And I'm sorry if you hear my son in the background, he's playing. So this was the veg tan leather. She has brown, she has some black, she has some natural color leather, and a maroon veg tan leather. The cover is an A5 size. I have another A5 from Rowena right here, and I would say, yep, this is A5. Now, I don't have many blue leathers. In fact, this is my second blue leather cover I have that I own, and I really like the way this feels. Now, I'm not sure if this will mark up. Yeah, but you definitely cannot rub it out, so it will have some markings. I was kind of hesitant because I wanted to get the veg tan, but I'm always finicky about veg tan, natural leather I mean, but I like this, and you can see her logos here at the bottom. I like how The stitching and the shape of the cover is kind of cut out so that you aren't tearing, I guess, the leather, even though I don't think leather really tears, but probably for easier access. And just to give you an example, here's a Sojourner, and I don't really have any problems with the cover going in and out of the notebook, but I like how she paid attention to that in the event that you might have problems. And I believe that this will probably make it easier for you to insert your notebook. So as I'm looking at this, stitching is very nice. It looks very even. The leather kind of has a little bit of texture, but it's soft. It's very smooth. It's pretty firm. It's not stiff, but it's firm. You can kind of tell by the movement. The inside is definitely kind of suede-ish like. It is nice and soft, very identical to Rowena's leathers on the inside. If you're familiar with Rowena's leathers, the corners, the edges are finished, and the leather overall is very thin. Now I know Rowena makes thin leathers, so let's compare. Now by standing up the notebook, the Elia note is a little bit taller when I have it standing up. It's slightly taller by probably 1.25 inches. And I would say her leather, Elia note leather, is slightly thicker than Rowena's leather. But I do like the finish edges. Nice and smooth. And as I look, it seems as though the stitching is closed. The stitching is closed on the back part of the flap, so you don't see that on the outer edges. And the stitching is in a blue color, which matches the cover. Now you don't really get much options or customization options for this, and I didn't really ask the seller. I just went ahead and purchased what I liked. But I would definitely send her an email if you're interested in customization and just to see what she says. So I'm really excited to use this. The front doesn't have any markings, and it is just a plain folio style notebook cover. Okay, moving on to the notebook. So it comes in this nice packaging. This is a very thick, like, casing. She put a little bit of washi tape here to protect the book. And out slides the notebook. Wow, this is nice. Yes, Tomoe River notebook. She has a couple of options when it comes to the notebooks. You can get the blank, you can get a lined, and you can get a dot grid. Now each one has a different color on the cover as according to her website. The blank has white cover, the dot grid has a black cover, and the lined journal has a maroon color. So all of these journals are made in Japan, and they are sewn binding, and they are supposed to lie flat, and they do. like without any help. Wonderful. I really like this. This is really nice and neat. And the cover kind of has a little bit of texture on the face. And I like how the cover just opens all nice and flat. Typically you get that weird front page where they stick together, kind of like this. I guess they're always gonna have that, but at least this part does open pretty flat. As you can see in the front, it says A5, 496 pages, and it's blank. Okay, so I am going to try to fit this notebook into the cover. And let's see how it fares. Okay, I love how this just opens up like that, and it's already ready for me. It's ready for me to just slip in. Same with the back. Okay, that was very simple. And I think when it comes to these flaps, instead of having to bend the cover backwards to insert the notebook, the flaps are used to kind of help you put in your notebook. Now, as always, when you try to fit the cover in both sleeves, you're gonna get that weirdness when you open it flat and then try to close it right away, and it won't close right away. And sometimes that gets there. Okay. Sometimes over time, as you use it, the book starts to mold, or the cover starts to mold with your book, and that issue won't happen because it's like your book kind of understands and it flexes a little bit more to where you're able to just open it up, stretch it out, and then close it back up. So this is how it looks. It looks a little uneven, but I think that's just the way I have it. The book in here. I like it. I'm really excited because this book is, everything looks really nice and clean. Nice and clean. Okay. The different colors of the cover and styles of leather have different prices. This was the cheapest. The veg tan leather was the cheapest of all of them. And she does have a coupon code on her website that is 10% off her shop. And that is through the end of this year. Yeah, so I would say this is a first impressions. I haven't really used it yet, obviously. But the notebook is really nice. Reminds me of the Nanami notebooks, but the cover seems a little bit more sturdier than the Nanami. But that would only be tested over time. The notebook seems like it allows for more room. So if you have maybe a slightly taller notebook, I believe you could probably fit it in here. And you could probably fit a couple of other notebooks in here as well, like one on this side and one on this side, or even something else. Because this flap opens up, you could probably fit, I would say a cell phone, but it starts getting weird when it comes to closing. Okay, so the reason, I figured out the reason why it's getting weird to close is because this cover is so, like, it's pretty thick. And so it's not really bending with the cover as I close it over. Now, some people like to have their notebooks just on one flap. I like to have my notebooks on both flaps. So I'm gonna have to try to figure out a way to where I can use both flaps. Like I said before, I probably just have to break in the notebook and the cover, and it should eventually work for me. But this leather is really nice. It smells like new shoes, and yeah, I think I really like it. I think I might go for the natural leather. I think. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. Should I go for the natural leather? You know, I like my brown leathers. Okay, well, I hope you guys found this video helpful. And for those of you who have been looking at this company, I hope it gives you a little bit of insight as to whether or not you do or don't want to order from them. I would highly suggest that you give them a chance and try them out. And yeah, so I will catch you guys in the next video.